So for this video series, I want to play through Elden Ring Boss Arena, which essentially is a mod that lets you play through all the bosses in the game in a sequential order and progress, level up your gear only through boss fighting. So it's kind of like a boss rush mode without going through every single boss, but you get to upgrade your gear and change your stats and buy new stuff every time you beat a boss to work up to the next tier of bosses. So let's go ahead and start a new game here. We're gonna go Classic Vagabond. We're gonna name this one Progenitus in honor of the old Magic the Gathering card Progenitus, which I used quite a bit for some tabletop Magic. Alright, so let's see what our character has. Okay, classic. So we can take a look at each one of these merchants here. So we've got Spirit Tuning. Okay, Rebirth, Cosmetics, and Leveling Up at Renala. Okay, so Kale looks like where we're going to get the majority of our gear from. I wonder... Okay. Cool. So this is the very basic stuff. Assuming more unlocks like as you go through each tier of bosses. We've got New Game Plus. Okay, very cool. And Bug Report. And our Blacksmith. At the table we have basically the normal stuff. Besides Shadow Realm Blessing. Emptying Shop. Okay. Well, let's just take a swing at the very first Soldier of Godrick boss here. Truly the end game. Okay, so what do we get here? Okay, so it looks like we get his items and then some other like crafting materials and things like that. I really like the concept of this because, yeah, Elden Ring has some of the best bosses I've ever played, and having a game mode where you progress strictly through fighting the bosses is pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and upgrade that. Sure, we'll upgrade this. What materials did this need? Okay, just smithing stones, but it doesn't take runes, is that right? Because we have the same runes. Okay, so it looks like upgrading only takes these stones. Okay. Okay, 811 for the first level up here. Beastman of Farum, Azula. Probably shouldn't fully charge my heavy. Seems like the light charge is enough to stagger him. I wonder if the drops are semi-random. Like, we got a golden seed and stuff, and a couple crafting materials. I'm imagining some of the stuff like the weapon and armor, those are probably set per boss, but I'm thinking some of the other things are a little bit more randomized. Got ourselves a flash charge. Jumping heavy. Ooh, with the stagger. Not expecting guard break there. Might be our first relic. Okay, got two. It's the only real applicable one. I kind of like that. It's only based on the smithing stones and not the runes. That lets you spend runes on, you know, more weapons and other things like that. That's a bit more exciting. So let's give a go to one of the spirit ashes and see how this goes. I wonder if it'll like trivialize this boss. I might do like a run here with using everything, and then as I go down, like the tiers, I guess it'd be up the tiers, and then do the new game pluses, kind of remove some of the options, like remove summons, for example. Yeah, let's just go straight to the next boss right now. Oh, okay. I was asking for the other version of that. A lot of these guys are gonna be almost brand new to me, because I've only fought them a single time, like during the campaign. I'm pretty unsure about the movesets. This is also kind of fun because you don't know what you're gonna get after each boss. You can go look at your recent items and just kind of see what's new. I feel like I remember Banished Knight being pretty good. Okay, let's get all those exclamation points out of the way. I think we'll just stick with the Vagabond set. Alright, let's go to the next. So it looks like we got Guardian Golem, Pumpkinhead, Patches, Stonedigger, Demi Chief, Cemetery Shade. Okay, so yeah, we have some good stuff. Bosses I would say are probably way easier, or maybe it's because I fought this guy in Elden Ring, like Night Rain so much that I know him way better than the Warden that we just fought beforehand. Yeah, having to fight them basically every expedition on Night Rain makes them so easy. can do 2 levels, okay. I wonder if they drop any runes. Doesn't look like it just yet. We do have crystals here, though. Just 1 for now. Okay, we'll keep it going. Axe Talisman, alright, that's good stuff. Let's go ahead and put that on immediately. I feel like I'll be sticking with the longsword for a while. Patches. Good old patches.
Well, well, well. Thought you'd just help yourself to a man's personal belongings, huh? You scheming little thief! The gods demand repentance! Cough up your coin!
Oh my lock unlocked. Okay. Alright.
Thieves like you.
Was not ready for that.
Wait, please! I surrender! White flag and all! For Pete's sake, I concede! Cripes! Are you dead, sweetheart? Fine. You'll get what's coming. We're about to make out like bandits, boys!
I was hoping to just trade 1 time there, but guess we wouldn't have it.
It was bound to happen someday. What a shit show.
Yeah, it's still very strange that they put Warden as like the second or third. These guys are considerably easier than he was. Yeah, I gotta say, this is a good time. This is like a very clean, straight boss fights. It's kind of like, kind of gets the whole Night Rain vibe, where I just want to jump in and kind of play some Elden Ring without having to go on a giant quest and do it all. I can just get into it. You know, aside from like that fight or two I used to spirit summons, I might just try to not use the spirit summons at all, just the first time through, just to get the real experience. I lost my lock. Stone, new shield, new pickaxe. The demi-human chiefs are another thing from Night Rain that you just get a lot of practice in. The same demi-human though. This would also be fun if I was exceptionally good at the game to like do a no-hit kind of run, and then like do it per tier or do it by New Game Plus. It's just so seamless to get in there and fight the bosses. Another golden seed. Oh, big bonk stick. Let's go use the seed. see we got a Runebear coming up. That should be fun. Try to get him to do his animations. There they are. He's super easy to punish. Can't get greedy. Oh man. I don't like anything in this arena. I feel like if there are bosses to use the summons on, it's these guys. They're just so annoying. Some bosses are actually enjoyable to fight, but I don't feel like these ones are, so... we're gonna call our buddies. I think part of the reason this boss feels so unfun is a lot of the bosses in Elden Ring have like a wind-up time, and you're kind of waiting for them to do their thing after they stand in their animation. But the Watchdog didn't really have one. He's kind of like, I'm gonna swing and then here's a swing. There's no build-up to it. Yeah, I'm just so used to there being more of a cooldown or an animation lock. Another thing that's kind of cool about this is you'll see items that you probably haven't seen in the main campaign. Like the Great Turtle Shield, I don't think I've ever seen this before. Yeah, pretty sure I haven't. Are we able to buy smithing stones? No. Or at least not yet. Can't buy consumables though. Okay, I think we're gonna try and do the entire tier tonight. And then I'll wrap it up. Oh my goodness, what a tiny arena. Alright, well, we're just have to DPS through the poison. That's the plan. Oh, we got ambush shard. Playing with some sorceries would be cool too. But for this run, we're gonna go strength. Or at least for this new game, we're gonna go strength. I was kind of afraid of the Runebear, but I don't know if it's like a full-blown Runebear or if it's gonna be... Right. It's like that's the attack windup that I'm used to. That like the majority of bosses seem to have. Man, this guy's gonna take a beating. I think we just stay low on the inside of him. We should be good. This seems to be the play. Low and right. Or low and left. Let's get the crit for this one. Alright, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay, Scaly Misbegotten is next. Let's go a little endurance. Yeah, I wonder how this scales compared to like base game stuff. I would say the Runebear felt a little easier, but that's not. I'm not sure if it's because I'm used to the Runebear as opposed like the first time I saw one. It was tough. But I think between this guy and especially the the last boss here will kind of show me the comparison. I forget how long these windups are for this guy. Wow, literally 1 HP. We'll just trade into that one. Lightning Strike is good. Somber Stone is good too. Don't know if I have enough to level up. I do. Let's go a little bit more. Let's go Strength. Let's do a little bit more damage. Alright, let's finish this up. Didn't think it was gonna catch me. Okay. Definitely cannot get too greedy with this guy. You know, I'll get punished immediately. This is probably going to take a couple times. Figuring him out a little bit here. A lot of damage. I wonder if this is at the point where, well, I don't really have the runes to buy armor. Oh no. The gravestone almost cost me my grave. This is greedy. He jumps up with the guy, yep. Should be one more, okay. And there's the opening. Okay. there's an opening on the plunge attack as well. I want to stay at full health because we're doing pretty well. Good thing that was no catcher. Okay, not too bad. That was a fun boss. Oh, so we still got his greatsword. We got the grafted blade from that, even though he wasn't using it. Got the rusty anchor. Big bonks. Alright, well that's tier 1 done. Let's take a look at what we're going to get for tier 2. So it looks like it's a shorter tier, but we got 2 main bosses for the end. That should be fun. So yeah, overall, this mod is pretty fun. I think if you want to jump in, you want to fight bosses, maybe get a little bit of practice, because there's also a mode that's not progression based. It's like a sandbox mode, and you can just summon bosses, fight them over and over again. You can do any of the builds you want because you have all the gear and all the levels available. So that's really good for a practice in a test realm. But for this progression one, it's a pretty fun self-contained game by itself. So I would recommend it. But yeah, thanks for watching and stick around for part 2 tomorrow, most likely, because this is pretty awesome.